Let us not dawdle, for there are grudges to settle, and new entries in the Dammer's Cron to right!
Howdy, howdy, Sudovil here, and welcome to another tournament game brought to us by ShetlandApache playing the Dawi against the Lizardmen. And this is going to be a fun game. The Lizardmen have a couple of Ancient Salamanders. They're a really cool unit. They actually have armor-piercing missile damage, and they do cause things to be flammable and minus 36% speed. It's just like a Dragonback Slayer, and you know, it should be an interesting unit. Their melee attack and melee defense is a little bit low, but they got two of them, and they do quite a bit of damage. Now, for the main bulk of the army, the Lizardmen have red-crested skinks. We know the red-crested skinks are actually quite weak. And then he has these Legion of Chakwa, Sour Spears. I'm like, why would you bring Legion of Chakwa? And then I see it. They have the Shield of Chakwa, which affects themselves, and within a 40-meter radius, 44% missile resistance, so that's pretty good. You're going to see that a lot, I would guess. We have a Pharaoh Bastillodon here just to go in and cause a ruckus. And he does have a Red-Crested Skink Chief on a mount, with the abilities Warrior's Crest, plus 44 melee attack, plus 27 melee defense, which is really good for 30 seconds every 90. He has a Potion of Strength, plus 40% armor, piercing, and plus 40% weapon damage. You can only use it once for 33 seconds. He does have the Opal Amulet, which is 22-second ward save of 22% every 60 seconds, and he has Foe Seeker for the speed, and Focus Instincts to stop Rampage and causes fear and terror. Now, for the rest of his army, he does have up in the air a Skink Priest of Heavens. Very light kit on that Skink Priest, just Wind Blast and Roiling Skies here. So every time he casts, minus 24% speed and minus 22 melee defense for anything that is in the air. And he can, of course, drop bombs. He also has, way hidden in the side here, some Horned Ones. So Horned Ones are actually a pretty decent unit, armor piercing. They have an excellent charge bonus, and they have pretty good stats for Cav at 45 melee attack and 29 melee defense. And they also have two units of Chameleon Skinks, one over here and one way over here. Now, another build here with Gyrocopters. I love these builds. Gyrocopters are very, very hard to control. It's nice to watch someone who has good control play them. And ShetlandApache definitely has that. He has 4 gyrocopters with brimstone guns. They do armor piercing. They have anti-large. They are going to be interesting to watch how they do in this matchup. You can already see they're putting down a ton of damage on this Skink Priest with Heaven. I'm going to try and get back here real quick so we don't lose too much of that. And for Shetland's army, he is taking high ground, and he has a really just a sturdy Dawi build here with 3 Longbeards, I believe. Maybe it's 4 Longbeards. Yeah, 4 groups of Longbeards out here. And Longbeards are outstanding in this matchup. We know that from our testing. 2 units of Dwarf Warriors. 1, 2. And then he has over here the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Miners. 2 groups of Miners. And he has 2 groups of Miners with Blasting Charges. Miners with Blasting Charges are something we added into our lineup since the Red-Crested Skinks were brought into the game, and they are very devastating against those Skinks. And this is the right way to line up your Miners with Blasting Charges. Your Blasting Charges are worth about 200 gold. We know that from our testing. And you want to get those Blasting Charges off for sure first. And he has 3 Bolt Throwers, a very strong anti-large unit. And I know we have a lot of fans of Bolt Throwers on this channel because they're cheap. They're very robust and a good ancient piece of Dawi kit. And also we have a Rune Lord on foot with the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and we have a Runesmith with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and I believe he has a Rune of Negation. Yeah, Rune of Negation for 22% damage resistance. So we're plus play, and we're just going to be some skirmishing out here. These Chameleon Skinks, he was just taking a shot at the Skink Priest. Now these Ancient Salamanders are shooting at the gyrocopters, and they do a lot of damage. Now these Chameleon Skinks, I don't think they have 3 armor piercing, something like that. Yeah, 3 armor piercing, but they do slow things down. You can look at the damage those Chameleon Skinks are doing when they, or these Ancient Salamanders do when they hit gyrocopters. It's just ridiculous. So they're gonna have another shot in here, and boom, gyrocopter on the ground. They do a ton of damage. You really do have to worry about him. It's armor piercing, and you can see some more shots coming in here from the red crested skink chief, and he's trying to get some shots in on the skink priest. So another gyrocopter down. These things are very, very strong, and you can see Shetland right now is just trying to get a little bit out with his gyrocopters and disengage and get away from those ancient salamanders. Also, you can see he sort of was on this hill. He's actually going to re-engage up over here. This is a better position. The Lizardmen army is not coming forward, so why not take a better position on the field, which is exactly what you can do. You can see he's sort of got his whole group going over there for the interim, but he's definitely taking damage from these ancient salamanders. They do a ton of damage. He's trying to just go back and forth and dodge the shots as much as he can and use their ammo. And you know, it is doing it. These ancient salamanders have used quite a bit of ammo. We've only lost 2 gyrocopters. It's hard to say what is the right trade to do in these situations. You got to be careful, but you also want to harass. And now chameleon skinks, perfect. Use all of their ammo if you can, because they only have 3 armor piercing, and it's a good use because they're poison. You can see really Shetland is just trying to go around and pull some ammo as his main force gets into position and sort of takes this hill, which is really, really nice. So we got a rock here, and there's a rock right here. Like, this is actually a really excellent defensible position for the Dawi. So the Lizardmen player still just going back and forth, trying to pick off the gyrocopters, put pressure on them. And I don't believe these guys have been seen yet. Or maybe they have. Nope. They have not been seen yet. They are still hidden. So Shetland doesn't know they're there. So he's just kind of taking a look around the map, and he's trying to get around. He wants to get around to get to the skink priest. And he just can't find a really good place. So, which isn't a big deal. As soon as these bolt throwers, you know, as soon as we get these bolt throwers here in place, sort of up here, and here, or actually even get them a little closer, we got some good shots. We're gonna start getting some good shots, and these bolt throwers can go to town. So he's just trying to harass and get as much harass in with his gyrocopters while his army's moving, because once those bolt throwers come online, it is game on. And you got a really nice position on this hill now with a lot of downhill slopes. It's going to be hard for the Lizardmen to actually come up, and the Lizardmen don't have proper artillery on their lineup. So this skirmish has actually been not too bad, even though Shetland has lost some health and lost 2 models. You can see he's got a very, very good position on this hill, and it's just getting better. As these start shooting, he's just going to be able to, he's already got some shots into that ancient salamander. He's really going to be able to set himself up nicely and pull this army forward with there we go. We've already got some shots going in. And what are they shooting at? There we go. Getting some shots in on that ancient salamander, which is, I mean, they're anti-large. The bolts are anti-large and armor piercing, which is exactly what you want against a unit like that. And they have the range, because the bolt throwers are 340 range, I do believe. Yeah, 340 range. So now the Dawi are getting set, and they're outranging everything on this. You know, the Lizardmen player probably just wants to skirmish a little bit and find the shots that he likes, but he's going to really start to dislike this as these bolt throwers just come online and get free shots against all his units. You know, you can see there, it's not doing a massive amount of damage, but that thing has a lot of health, and now it's starting to go down. So Shetland has sort of exchanged, in a lot of ways, some of the pressure from the gyrocopters with pressure from the bolt throwers. And just trying to find some nice shots to take and see if he can get in there, get a little bit with the gyrocopters. You can see he's going after here. He's going to get a little shot from the chameleon skinks. You can see the skink priest of heavens is trying to find a nice place to get close, and the gyrocopters are sort of cycling in and cycling out just to exchange and try and get a shot in on that skink priest of heavens. I don't know if they're going to get a shot. Yep, they do. And you can see it does pretty decent damage to him, because it is anti-large, and he is on a large mount. The key thing is taking a lot of this chameleon skink ammo is also pretty good. Now he doesn't Now Shetland doesn't have any slayers, and that's what these chameleon skinks are. They really wreck slayers. But if he can get the chameleon skinks to shoot into the longbeards with their armor and shields, or dwarf warriors, that is a perfect exchange, and that looks like exactly what he's doing. So he's gotten out there, and now he's just going to pull his gyrocopters back, and he's going to pull his, you can see he's going to pull his bolt throwers up and get them into a nice position right on the top of the hill so he can take shots. And he's now really controlling this area quite nicely, and he's going to very soon have control of this entire area with overwatch from all of his bolt throwers and with the gyrocopters. Again, interesting build with no actual ranged units like rangers or quarterers or anything like that, or thunderers. So choosing to go very mobile with these gyrocopters and really just been non-stop skirmishing. And the kind of micro to do this is I don't have, so I can never present you guys a fight like this. It's just fun to watch for me. Really just bring the gyros up here, and now you can see Shetland's just taking more space. He just wants to own more space, just like a chessboard. You want to own the center and just expand the space and really control, because these guys got to come forward eventually, right? They don't have artillery, but Shetland just wants to really control this space and be able to dictate how the fight's going to go in there with backup support from those bolt throwers. So this is going, I would say, pretty well for Shetland right now. And it's just coming around. You'll see what's over here. He's going to come across those skinks. They're going to get some shots off against the gyrocopters. Not going to be the end of the world. But Shetland has sort of a very nice pocket for his bolt throwers here. You can see sending these units forward just to slowly but surely take a little more space. Chameleon skinks get some shots, and immediately Shetland just pulls away and will draw them in, and they'll miss a lot of their shots, and their ones that hit doesn't really matter so much because they have so much armor. Again, going to come in and try and get some shots on that Ancient Salamander, going to try and get some shots on that Skink Priest. So he's just going to try and get close, see if he can get some shots, and the Lizardmen player is backing up, and he's bringing in the chameleon skinks from the side. You can see here we've got an Ancient Salamander and horned ones. He shouldn't have brought that Ancient Salamander into there, I don't think, because now Shetland's going to discover these horned ones very, very short order, as he didn't know they were there the whole time. So now they're discovered, and he can start shooting at them as he wishes, but he's probably going to take a few shots. It won't be long now before the Lizardmen player realizes that has to come forward. And this is one of the great things with just basic miners. Shetland knows there's chameleon skinks out here somewhere, so he's just going to send them around and take a look. He's going to face check them. I just love it. And really slowly improving the position, getting it stronger and stronger. And now these chameleon skinks are almost out of ammo, and they'll be fundamentally almost useless. They can go ahead and take another shot. They're not going to do a whole lot of damage with 3, but there we go, and they should be very, very close to out of ammo. And Shetland's now vastly improved his position up on this ridge. We still got rocks here, and you can see the horned ones are just trying to run for cover. They want to get out of the range of the bolt throwers, and you can see the Shetland is just slowly but surely moving forward, picking his spots. And now with the full support of these bolt throwers, you can see he's moving them forward. He's going to pick them up inch by inch, own this space. The Lizardmen player is finally sort of realizing, he's going to have to attack, because Shetland does not have to come up the hill. And here the miners have face checked the chameleon skinks. You can see these horned ones are coming all the way around, and maybe they're going to get the miners, but it isn't going to matter. That's not where you want those horned ones. You want those horned ones sort of up here in the cookie jar, right? So the units are coming out, and this is coming right into the space that is fundamentally completely controlled by Shetland. There's going to be, you can see support from gyrocopters all around in this space. In these chameleon skinks can no longer touch the gyrocopters, and really dwarf warriors, miners, and longbeards are going to control the space. And we do have these miners with blasting charges. He's going to move them up right here, So essentially he can get some blasting charges in this area, which is really what you want to do. You want to get those blasting charges off as you in the position you want, and then throw your miners in once they've used all their blasting charges. You can see these Legion of Chakwas coming in. He's sending these miners in, and definitely does not want these guys in like this. So he's gonna just exchange here and find a nice spot, and you're gonna see, you know, this is why you put your miners behind. He's gonna go after these red crested skinks, and just look at that, just crushing a full third of their health in one volley. You know, he's got the Rune of Wrath and Rune on those Chakwa, and he's shooting into here to them too. Gets his shots off, and now he can actually just join the fight wherever he likes. And you can see, yeah, the Horned Ones have kind of got a freebie against the miners, but really, fight's over here. ShetlandApache will take that all day. So the Horned Ones have to come all the way up, and you can see very soon Shetland's going to see them coming. He's going to take the Warriors Dragonfire Pass over, and these Longbeards over there they go. He's already giving them, issuing them orders, because he knows the Horned Ones are on the way, and he's just trying to control this fight up front. He has already gotten rid of the Skink Priest of Heavens, and this is the one thing that gyrocopters are so good at, is he's actually going to send one gyrocopter off after that Skink Priest very, very shortly, and there he goes, just to walk him off the map, to make sure he cannot come back. And you'll see he's going to rally right here. But these gyrocopters with brimstone guns, there he goes. He's rallied, doesn't have a whole lot of health. They're on the way to escort him off the field. Now it's time to focus everything on this red-crested skink chief. So yes, the Feral Basiladon is in there. Yes, there's some pressure in there from the Horned Ones. But now the skink chief is definitely getting just beat down by the gyrocopters. And the, yeah, there he goes. Killed. And even the Rune Lord... Good job. And you can see it looks like this runesmith has been shattered, but you know, c'est la vie. Rune Lord comes back. This gyrocopter has pushed this caster off the field, and now it's time to focus on other parts of the field. So really we just have to worry about the Horned Ones. These red crested skinks, I mean, they're killing, but it's really slow against dwarf warriors, and they can't beat Longbeards, but you know, they're finally got through them. They're going to be able to sort of finally get into the cookie jar, but really a lot of the damage out here has already been done. These miners are going to come in for a rear charge on the red crested skinks. I'm going to get some shots in by the chameleon skinks again. Shetland does not care about that at all, and these chameleon skinks are probably going to try and come again on the bolt throwers. The fight's in here. We've got Legion of Chakwa holding strong, the Feral Basiladon running around. We've got the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass in and healthy, and we do have this Rune Lord's getting beat up by the Ancient Salamander. So now Shetland's focusing on one of the Ancient Salamanders to focus him down. And one of the things you got to worry about your gyrocopters is you do want to spread them out a little bit, because they'll get caught by here and they won't shoot. You know, they'll just take random shots, but periodically you got to spread them out so they'll take all their shots. But really has everything focused on this one Ancient Salamander, and away it goes, and that is the end of the battle. So great fun fight we got to watch there with Shetland's build. And you know, you look at it, the build that we've been working on, we have added 3 units of miners with blasting charges. We actually upgraded from miners to miners with blasting charges in our build against the Lizardmen, just to handle red-crested skinks very specifically, and we've added a couple of other units in that build that weren't quite there before. And we obviously in that build go with Ungram, and Shetland's gone with the Rune Lord on foot, which is a great choice. The Rune Lord on a foot is really the competitive choice, but nice build here with the Rune Lord getting 14 kills. The Runesmith 7 and 14 for the miners, not bad. Miners with blasting charges 14 and 4. You saw though how much health they got rid of. Dwarf Warriors did a great job, 40 and 24, and the Longbeards are always fantastic in that front line, 40, 25, 10, and 19. And interesting choice with the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. I you know, really that it's got to be for the red crested skinks, for the anti-infantry, and these brimstone guns just went to work. I loved how they were used in this battle to harass and slowly whittled down some things. And then once the bolt throwers were really set up, that was really the end of it. Once Shetland had full control of that hill and a lot of the space in between, he was able to dictate how the rest of the battle went for the most part. And with the Lizardmen army, the red-crested skink chief only got 11 kills. You would have wanted more out of him, but it was hard, really, the way that Shetland had controlled the battlefield. Skink Priest of Heavens, would have got a few wind blasts off in there. The red-crested skinks, 93, 57, 64, and 67, not bad, really. But they beat up on dwarfs and miners. So they have four units of miners and some dwarf warriors. Pretty good though. And these Legion of Chakwa, a very interesting unit, 42 kills, and have quite a bit of leadership. The Chameleon Skinks really would have wanted more out of them. 1 and 5 kills. They're really not great for harassing gyrocopters, but those Ancient Salamanders, they did a ton of damage to the gyrocopters. This might be a pretty regular unit, a 1 of. I don't know about a 2 of, but at least a 1 of. I think that's a really good pick here by the Lizardmen player. And they did great damage against the gyrocopters. And the Feral Bastillodon and the Horned Ones. Again, Horned Ones are more of a risky pick because they're so expensive, but they're really powerful if you get them in the right situation. So absolutely love this game by Shetland. A really nice build, like a really solid 20 stack from him here, and really well utilized. It's fun to see sort of builds like this and how the units are used to cooperate with each other. Shetland's an extremely good player, but he's a pretty phenomenal thinker, and that's actually one thing I would definitely want to mention at the end of this video here is go to ShetlandApache's Discord. It is a huge tournament Discord. I'll have the link in the description so you can go to that Discord, and there's lots of places where people do theory crafting, they rate my build, just have general discussion. It is a fantastic Discord, and I love it. And also, I've been using my Discord a little bit more. If you have any Dawi replays you want to send my way, send them to Discord. You can find me on Discord. I think I'm just SuDevil, I don't know, some kind of number. I'll try and put that in the description too, so you can find me and send me your replays as well. And I love all Dawi content. Doesn't matter. Your replay doesn't have to be great. It just happens that Shetland's a really, really strong player, but your replay doesn't have to be great. I love casting Dawi games in a really positive light and a fun way. Even if there's only one thing you want to look at, I love doing it all. And it's greatly appreciated. So hopefully you found that interesting. Love to hear comments in the bottom. And especially for anyone who goes onto that Discord, on Shetland's Discord, and looks around. If you don't have Discord, do it. Get it. Put it on your phone, put it on your computer, put it on your laptop, put it on your iPad or whatever it is, and get Discord going. It's just essentially, it's like a forum almost, more than anything, or like a group chat with the capability of talking in special channels and sharing sort of an actual chat, but you can also transfer files there, which is really great and I love. So go out there, get onto that, and I hope you found the game interesting. Make some comments down below and I will see you soon.